Nice. Hey guys and welcome, it's me Titan Gaming here and... Fucking hell, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Right, let's try that one again. Hey guys and welcome, it's me Technicality here, and in this video I'm going to be basically starting the process of making my second ever game. So, this game is going to be a heist based game. So that's basically take you through the process from the starting setup to the heist to the bits after the heist, and yeah, just making that sort of fun and enjoyable. I've noticed quite a few games that have done this in the past. You've obviously got GTA, you've got Payday 2, you know, both very successful games obviously and do this sort of thing, but obviously they're both very old games. I want to reintroduce the whole system. I feel like it could be very fun if done correctly. As well as this, I've been watching the Netflix series Ozark, which is sort of to do with money laundering and that sort of field. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that I know a lot about it, but I know enough to make a reasonable game on the sort of things. And, you know, always got the internet to be searching up, you know, all them different dodgy things. My FBI guy's gonna love me. Anyway, so yeah, let's just get right into it. So this video, obviously, this is going to be my design video, so there's not actually going to be anything for this, but yeah, this is the design. So to get right into it, we're gonna be looking at the setup slash startup. So if we have a look here, we have the starting question of what, so, or where rather. I don't know why it says what, it's meant to say where. This is a terrible start. Anyway, where are you going to be robbing? So you've got a small house, a corner shop, a mansion, museum, casino, bank. You know, these are just the things that I've just sort of listed off the top of my head and drawn amazing diagrams for. So you've obviously got your small risk things, but also small reward in the sense of a small house. And as you're moving up this list, so like across from there to there, and then back round to the casino to the bank, I don't know really, but you know, you've got all these different things. You've got the low risk to big risk, but obviously you've got low reward to large reward. Secondarily, you've got obviously what which is the second question in this, which is what are you going to be robbing. So you've got, obviously you've got diamonds, right? So yeah, you've got diamonds, you've got money, gold, jewels. You know, you've got so many things that you could steal from these different places. They're just again the things I've literally just thought off the top of my head. But these are sort of things that you're going to be able to choose when you play the game. So you'll choose where you're going to be sort of attacking. What are you actually going to be taking from the place? The third point that I've got written down is the type of route. So if I just go and get another blank canvas here. So you've then got route. So are you wanting to be, you know, sneaky? You know, you've got your building and you're going to be sneaking around the back and climbing up a ladder, going into the back window and enjoying yourself up there. Yep. Are you going to be, again, you've got this sort of thing in GTA, but you know, you've got your disguised route where you're going to be full on just walking into the front door with different disguises, and getting the things you want to get based on them different disguises. And then you've got obviously an aggressive style, of which you're just attacking fast into the building and hoping for the best. Again, they're just the ones that I've thought of up quickly, mainly just playing GTA, and they're the ones you have in GTA. But the thing that I did have was also, that's a bit different, was the fact of a backup plan, which you don't seem to be able to actually create in a lot of them. So this type of thing, this will be an optional add-on if you wanted to or not. So it's a case of, if you say try the sneaky approach and it doesn't work, have you created a backup plan for that situation or not? And if you have got a backup plan, obviously you'll be able to use it, and then that will make it a lot easier getting out. If not, it will be a lot harder. So it's just one of them things, really making things either easier or harder for you, either easier or harder for yourself. I'll just keep creating new things every time I talk about something different. Then obviously you've got sort of the extras. So you've got the accessories that you need. So you've got things like cars, you've got, I can't even think of what you need, drills, I guess, disguises. So these are the type of things that you, I can't even write or type. Yep, disguises. You've got a range of different things that you will be wanting. You've also got the likes of weapon. Hope I didn't press a button on it. Weapons, and then you've also got, you know, your team. So ideally, I want to make this an online game, so you can play it multiplayer with your friends, and all do the heist together. But as well as that, you know, you either have the option of single player or as a team. You will be able to hire AI people, and which obviously have cuts and abilities. Yeah, there's not really much to say about that. It's done in almost every game, and probably in real life. You've got different people that deserve different things based on how good they are. So yeah, moving on to the heist next. So the heist itself, there's not really actually much to talk about with regards to that. So obviously you are just gonna, that's just basically where you're playing it based on all the bits that you've done before, and it sees the sort of effect that that has, and you know, it's just sort of a case of how does it all pan out. That's basically all there is to the heist. Obviously it's going to be in a lot more detail when I actually do the game, but just talking about it beforehand, there's not that much really to it. You'll obviously have the bit where you're driving up to the heist and doing it like that. I mean, the other thing that I did have to do with the heist was sort of a clock based system. So you have a timer, and well, not a timer, that's the wrong word, it's the time, and you choose the time of day to attack based on, say, your playstyle and all the rest of it. Because I feel like that's another feature that makes it a bit almost more realistic, because it's a case of, you know, are you attacking in the middle of the day? But that's probably better for one with the disguises, versus if you're going for a silent approach, you probably want to go more middle of the night. Aggressive approach again, you probably want to go the day, but probably when there's less people. You know, it could be at any time depending on what you're trying to do. Or you could just try to do a sneaky one in the broad daylight. It's up to you. That's what I'd want to introduce, is a sense of you've got a lot more control over the different things, because that's the sort of thing that I've found out with quite a lot of things, say in GTA. It's all very linear. I mean, I know you've got the diamond heist, which isn't quite as linear, but for the rest of them, it's all a case of, right, do this, now do this, now do this, now do this, and then you've done it. Like, you know, with this you'll have so many different options and different ways to do things. It will be so much different. It would be better, I think. And then after the heist, you've got a sense of the laundering system, or, you know, what are you doing afterwards? So are you going to be laundering it? And, you know, have different levels of detection. So this is actually going to be quite a big part of it, in the fact of you're going to need to have your own sort of legal business, as well as this, obviously, this heist based thing, which you're feeding your money into in order to get it out the other side clean. So I'm bringing it much more almost realistic in that sort of sense, because if you go and steal money from a bank, that money's going to be like traced back to you, and it's obviously they're going to know about that money. If you do it, if you then launder the money in, then you can actually use that money. But with that, I'm also going to involve levels of detection. So basically how subtle you're being with this process. So obviously the less money that you're putting through, the less money you're going to be getting out, but also it's not as likely to be detected, whereas if you're putting more money in, the more likely you are to be detected. So that's just a fun little thing that I decided would be a good idea. And as well as this, also a prison-based system as well. So, you know, if you've been caught in any of these previous steps, you know, even from the setups, you know, you get put into prison where you're basically in there and you can choose what to do. Are you staying there for the duration of your sentence? You know, because your sentence could just be a couple of months, it could be a couple of years. Are you going to stay in there for that time, or are you going to try and break out? You know, are you going to actually break out, or are you going to fail? Are you going to make friends with other people in there? So it's got quite a big scope to this game, but at the same time I feel like it's definitely achievable to make it somewhat good. And yeah, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? So yeah, that's basically it for this video. If you have any recommendations or any other ideas, just leave them in the comments, because at the end of the day, nothing at this point is set in stone. This is almost going to be me showing off the steps to you guys, and so we can make a game together to an extent. So it's not going to be a case of, you know, you guys just looking at game gradually develop into something that no one's going to actually enjoy. It's meant to be an idea of you will look at the game and think, yeah, we've actually had some input and this is the game that we all want to play. Because at the end of the day, that's why I've decided to do this on this channel, in the sense of people who watch these videos like games, so they'll know how to improve this game and make the game how they want to play it. Because at the end of the day, that's the thing, you know, you could have programmers who don't enjoy games to an extent of they don't know what the people playing the games actually want to get out of it. Whereas this is going to be a bit different in the sense of any ideas I'll be looking at and actually get your feedback and be able to create a game that's good for everyone. So yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments, and I don't know, I'll probably address the comments at the end of the next video that I do on this. So obviously the next video I do will be starting the actual process, but yeah, and I'll talk about what I think of the ideas that you've given, whether they're feasible, whether they're not, and all the rest of it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. This has been at least a bit insightful, and this is just a little something extra that's going to be on the channel every so often. It's not going to be regularly, it'll probably be like once a month or something, just as an update. There won't be any code or anything shown, don't worry, don't have to get freaked out by it all. It's purely going to be just me demonstrating and showing you what it looks like at that point. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave it a like. If you're new around here, subscribe so you can actually be a part of this journey. And yeah, I will see you in a bit. Peace.